Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. In today's video, we're diving into the top 10 most valuable Washington quarter dollar corner coins that are worth huge money. Let's get started. First up, the 1982 Washington quarter dollar with a D-era mint mark. If you're a fan of numismatics or just curious about what makes this coin so special, stick around as we explore its value in today's auction market. First, let's take a quick look at the history behind the Washington quarter. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, the coin has undergone several design changes over the decades. By 1982, the U.S. Mint produced both a large date and a small date version of the quarter. However, there's something particularly unique about the large date quarters minted at the Denver Mint that year. So what exactly is the D-era mint mark? The 1982 large date quarters struck at the Denver Mint have a distinctive characteristic. Some of them exhibit an error, where the D mint mark appears to be partially double-struck or misaligned. This adds a layer of intrigue for collectors and can significantly impact the coin's value. Now, let's talk about the condition of this coin. A quarter in circulated fine condition shows signs of wear but is still relatively well preserved. You can expect to see some light scratches, minor dings, and a loss of some of the original luster. While this may not sound ideal, it's important to note that even circulated coins can hold significant value, especially when they possess unique features like our 1982 D-era mint mark. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much is this coin worth today? In recent auction markets, the value of a 1982 Washington quarter with a D-era mint mark in circulated fine condition can range anywhere from $188,000 depending on the buyer's interest and the coin's specific characteristics. If the coin is in particularly good circulated condition or has additional attractive features, it can even fetch upwards of $189,000. For those of you considering adding this coin to your collection, here are some tips to keep in mind. Always research auction sites and coin values regularly to stay updated. Understand the grading scale to assess your coin's condition accurately if you're purchasing from a dealer. Ensure the coin is authenticated to avoid counterfeit pieces. Join coin collector groups and forums. Networking with other collectors can provide valuable insights. To wrap things up, the 1982 Washington quarter dollar with a D-era mint mark in circulated fine condition is not just another coin, it's a piece of history that continues to hold value in today's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin can be a fantastic addition to your collection. Next up, the 1995 quarter with a P mint mark. Join us as we explore its value in today's auction market, its unique features, and why collectors are so keen on this coin. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. It quickly became one of the most popular coins in American history. The design features a left-facing bust of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, although the reverse design has changed several times. The 1995 coin is part of a long line of Washington quarters that collectors cherish. The 1995 quarter with a P mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. It has a composition of 91.67% copper and 8.333% nickel, weighing in at 6.25 grams. While the P mint mark is not rare in terms of production, over 1 billion were minted. The value of this coin is influenced by its condition and market demand. In circulated condition, the 1995 P Washington quarter can vary in value significantly based on factors such as wear, scratches, and overall appearance. Typically, these coins in average circulated condition can be found at auction ranging from $34,000. However, higher-grade coins or those with less wear can fetch prices upwards of $35,000. The current market reflects a growing interest in coins from this era, which can drive prices higher. The demand for the 1995 P quarter, like many coins from the 1990s, has increased due to a resurgence in coin collecting as a hobby. Many collectors appreciate the history and design of these coins, which makes them a popular choice for both seasoned numismatists and newcomers alike. The quest for high-quality specimens drives prices in auction settings, sometimes surprising sellers with their final bids. For those looking to add the 1995 P quarter to their collection, here are a few tips. Always check the condition of the coin before purchasing. Look for signs of wear and tear, whether it's at a coin show or an online auction. Make sure to buy from trustworthy dealers, use coin holders or albums to keep your coins in good condition, and avoid tarnishing or damage. Join coin collecting forums or groups to keep up with the latest market trends and values. In summary, the 1995 Washington Quarter with a P mint mark may not be the rarest coin out there, but it certainly holds its value among collectors, especially in well-maintained circulated condition. With its rich history and continuing demand, it's a fantastic addition to any collection. Next up, the 1966 Washington Quarter Dollar without a mint mark, specifically focusing on one in lamination damage condition. This coin may not look perfect, but believe it or not, certain imperfections can actually add to its value. So stick around as we explore how much this unique coin is worth in today's auction market and why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. Before we dive into the value, let's take a step back and talk about the Washington Quarter from 1966. This coin is part of the Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 and continues to this day. The 1966 quarter is especially interesting because it was produced during a time of transition for the U.S. Mint. In 1965, the U.S. Mint made a major change by removing silver from the Washington quarters. Prior to this, quarters contained 90% silver. However, due to rising silver prices, the mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. By 1966, the mint was still adjusting to this new composition and increasing demand for coins, which led to some production issues, including errors like lamination damage. Unlike many coins, the 1966 Washington Quarter doesn't carry a mint mark because the U.S. Mint temporarily stopped using mint marks from 1965 to 1967 to deter coin hoarding. This makes every quarter from 1966 without a mint mark, meaning they could have been minted at Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Lamination damage is a type of minting error where part of the coin's surface layer becomes detached or peeled off due to impurities or defects in the metal during the production process. This error can occur naturally and may cause cracks, flakes, or missing pieces on the coin's surface. While some may see this as a flaw, coin collectors often find mint errors fascinating because they provide a glimpse into the production process and are quite rare to come by. In the case of the 1966 Washington Quarter, finding one with significant lamination damage can make it highly sought after by collectors. These types of errors are unpredictable, making the coin more valuable to those who specialize in error coins. The extent of the lamination damage, how it affects the appearance of the coin, and its overall condition can all influence its value. Next, let's talk about the importance of the coin's condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers representing better condition. For a 1966 Washington Quarter with lamination damage, the condition of the coin beyond the error still matters. If the coin shows excessive wear, it will likely be worth less than one in better shape. Lamination damage is also graded by how severe it is. If the damage is minor, the coin might not fetch a high price. However, if the lamination damage is dramatic and clearly visible, collectors might see it as a more desirable error. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for: the value of this coin in today's auction market. As of today, the general market value for a 1966 Washington Quarter without lamination damage in circulated condition ranges from $168,000 depending on wear and tear. But when you add in the lamination damage, that's when things get interesting. A 1966 Washington Quarter with a significant lamination error can sell for anywhere between $200,000 depending on the severity of the damage and the overall condition of the coin. Coins with more dramatic or visually striking lamination damage tend to draw higher bids. For example, quarters with large sections of peeling or flaking that affect a significant portion of the coin's design are considered more desirable and can fetch prices at the higher end of the range. In recent auctions, collectors have been willing to pay top dollar for well-preserved coins with clear lamination errors. For instance, a 1966 quarter with moderate lamination damage and minimal wear sold for around $197,000, while another with extensive lamination issues and a higher grade went for over $198,000. It's important to note that the coin market is constantly fluctuating, and auction results can vary based on demand, the number of error coins available, and the specific auction platform. If you happen to have a 1966 Washington Quarter with lamination damage, you might be wondering where the best place to sell it is. Auction sites like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are popular platforms for coin collectors and era enthusiasts. These sites allow you to showcase the coin to a large audience, which can drive up the price. If you're looking to buy one of these rare coins, these same platforms are a good place to start. Make sure to closely examine the listing to ensure the lamination damage is genuine and to see clear images of the coin's condition before placing a bid. Next up, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and a P-era mint mark. So, if you're a fan of numismatics or just curious about coin values, stick around as we explore its significance and current market value. First, let's talk about the 1980 Washington quarter itself. Struck by the United States Mint, this quarter features the iconic design of George Washington on the obverse, created by John Flanagan. The reverse displays the majestic American eagle, symbolizing strength and freedom. The 1980 coinage comes in two main varieties: the standard date and the large date. The large date variety is distinguished by its noticeably larger numbers, making it a popular choice among collectors. But what truly sets this coin apart is its era mint mark. In 1980, the Philadelphia Mint produced a significant number of quarters with an incorrect or era mint mark. The standard P mint mark denotes coins produced in Philadelphia, but during this minting process, some coins were mistakenly marked, leading to a fascinating rarity. Era coins often command higher prices in the market due to their unique production circumstances. The P-era mint mark can be challenging to spot, but once you identify it, you'll understand why collectors value it so highly. Now, let's discuss coin condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The 1980 Washington quarter, in fine condition, typically shows moderate wear, with details still visible, but lacking the sharpness of a higher-grade fine condition. Quarters often retain their original luster, with some wear on the high points of the design. This condition is significant in determining value. So what's the market value of a 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and P-era mint mark in fine condition? As of today, you can expect auction prices to range from $300,000 depending on demand and the specific traits of the coin. Certain examples, especially those in better condition or with notable provenance, have sold for even higher amounts. Collectors are always on the lookout for these unique finds, which adds to their market allure. In conclusion, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and P-era mint mark is more than just a coin. It's a piece of history that reflects the intricacies of minting eras and the passion of coin collectors. If you have one of these quarters in your collection, you might just have a valuable treasure in your hands. Next up, the 1984 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and D mint mark. While this coin may not look pristine, we'll uncover its surprising value in today's auction market, especially in dirty condition. So, let's get started. First, let's take a look at the design. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. The coin features a portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, which is a classic representation of American strength and freedom. The 1984 quarter continues this tradition, but it's unique in that it features a large date, which distinguishes it from other years. Now, you might be wondering what makes the 1984 D mint mark so significant. The D in 1984 D refers to the Denver Mint, where this coin was produced. Coins minted in Denver typically have a lower production volume than those from Philadelphia, which can make them slightly more desirable among collectors. However, in this case, the rarity isn't just about the minting location. Now, let's talk about condition. In numismatics, coin condition plays a crucial role in determining value. Coins can be graded on a scale from poor to perfect, but today we're focusing on coins in dirty condition. A dirty 1984 D quarter may not look appealing at first glance, but surprisingly, it still holds value. So, what is the current market value of a 1984 Washington quarter in dirty condition? As of now, these coins are generally valued between $55,000 at auction. However, some unique or higher-graded examples can fetch up to $56,000 or more, depending on the demand and the specific details of the coin. It's important to note that the value can fluctuate based on the collector's interest and market trends. So, if you happen to have one of these quarters lying around in your collection, it might be worth checking its condition and considering a sale. For those of you looking to collect or sell your coins, here are a few tips. Check for any unique characteristics, errors, or better grades that could increase the value while dirty coins can still hold value. It's generally better to keep them as clean as possible without damaging them. Always choose reputable auction sites to ensure you get a fair price for your coins. Next up, the 1967 Washington quarter dollar, specifically the large date version without a mint mark. So, let's explore what makes this coin so special and how much it's worth in today's auction market. First, let's take a closer look at the 1967 Washington quarter itself. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1967, the design had become iconic, featuring a left-facing profile of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The 1967 coin was produced during a time when the United States was experiencing significant changes, including the Civil Rights Movement and the Vietnam War. Interestingly, the large date version, which we're focusing on today, is particularly notable because of its unique design features. The larger digits were intended to be easier to read, making this coin stand out in circulation. Now, let's talk about the mint marks. In 1967, quarters were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The quarters produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which lack a mint mark, are what we're discussing today. While many collectors often seek out the coins from Denver or San Francisco due to their lower mintage, the Philadelphia issues still hold their own appeal, especially when it comes to condition. The condition of a coin plays a crucial role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A good condition coin typically exhibits considerable wear, with some details still visible but the overall design being heavily affected. In the case of our 1967 Washington quarter, a good condition coin will show smooth surfaces with the key features still identifiable. Now, let's get to the exciting part. What's this coin worth? In today's auction market, the value of a 1967 Washington quarter in good condition can vary depending on several factors, including demand and market trends. As of now, you can expect to see prices ranging from about $48,000. However, keep in mind that prices can fluctuate based on collector interest and the specific auction setting. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1967 Washington quarter, there are a few avenues to consider. Online auction sites like eBay often have listings, but it's essential to do your research and ensure that you're buying from reputable sellers. Additionally, local coin shops and coin shows can be great places to find or trade coins, often allowing you to get a better feel for their condition and value. For collectors out there, here are a few tips when dealing with coins like the 1967 Washington quarter. Always store your coins properly to prevent damage, consider investing in a coin holder, and stay informed about the market trends. Joining a numismatic club can also be beneficial for networking and learning from more experienced collectors. So, there you have it. The 1967 Washington quarter dollar, large date without a mint mark, is a fascinating coin with a unique history and reasonable market value in good condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin can be a great addition to your collection. Next up, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and a P-era mint mark. If you're a collector or just curious about coin values, stick around as we explore its worth in today's auction market. Let's start with a brief overview of the 1980 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter, first minted in 1932 to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday, features a portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. By 1980, the mint had shifted to producing quarters with a large date format. The coin in focus today is distinguished not only by its large date but also by its mint mark, which in this case is the P for the Philadelphia Mint. However, there's an interesting twist. This particular quarter has an error that makes it especially desirable. So what exactly is the P-era mint mark? In 1980, most quarters were struck with a normal P mint mark, but some coins were produced with a noticeable error, causing a variety of inconsistencies in the mint mark itself. These errors can include things like a misplaced or misaligned mint mark, which can significantly affect the coin's value. In fine condition, this coin can attract serious attention from collectors and investors alike. Now, let's discuss what we mean by fine condition coin grading is crucial in determining a coin's value. Fine condition typically means the coin will have moderate wear with some visible details remaining. You might see slight scratches or marks, but the overall design should still be legible and identifiable. In the case of our 1980 Washington quarter, fine condition means collectors can still appreciate the beauty and craftsmanship of the piece, despite some wear. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the value. In today's auction market, a 1980 Washington quarter with a P-era mint mark in fine condition can fetch a notable price. Depending on demand, provenance, and the specifics of the era, these coins can sell for anywhere from $298,000. Some recent auctions have seen these quarters listed at even higher prices, especially if they are certified by professional grading services, which assures buyers of their authenticity and condition. If you're interested in adding a 1980 Washington quarter with a P-era mint mark to your collection, here are some tips. First, always check the condition and get the coin graded if possible. Look for reputable dealers and auction sites, and don't hesitate to ask for provenance. Second, stay updated on market trends. Coin values can fluctuate, so being informed can help you make better purchasing decisions. Next up, the 1994 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark in fine condition. We'll discuss its historical background, what makes this coin valuable, and how much you can expect to pay or receive if you decide to auction it. So, let's get started. The Washington quarter, first minted in 1932, honors George Washington, the first president of the United States. The design features a profile of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Now, let's talk about the 1994 issue specifically. This year's minting produced several varieties, including the 1994 D quarter, which was minted in Denver. In 1994, the total production of the Washington quarter with a D mint mark was approximately 3.8 million coins. While this may seem like a large number compared to earlier years and certain rarer issues, it's relatively low. This lower mintage adds to its appeal among collectors, especially in fine condition. Speaking of condition, the grading scale used by numismatists ranges from poor to perfect mint state, with various grades in between. A coin in fine condition, such as our 1994 D quarter, will exhibit some wear, but key details remain visible. The overall appearance should show moderate signs of circulation, but the main design elements are still intact. Now, onto the exciting part, the value. As of today, a 1994 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in fine condition typically sells for around $10,000 in most auctions. However, prices can vary depending on factors such as the auction platform, the competitiveness of the bidding, and the overall demand among collectors at that time. Recently, we've seen some listings go as high as $9,000, especially if the coin is accompanied by detailed provenance or in an attractive holder. Additionally, coins that are graded higher than fine condition can significantly increase in value, so it's always beneficial to have your coin professionally graded if you think it may be of higher quality. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1994 D quarter, consider checking local coin shops, online auction sites like eBay, or dedicated numismatic auction houses. Always ensure you do your research and compare prices to get the best deal. Before we wrap up, here are a few tips for collectors interested in the 1994 Washington quarter or similar coins for signs of damage or wear in a cool, dry place to avoid deterioration. Next up, the 1985 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and a P-era mint mark. This coin has garnered significant attention among collectors, especially in very fine condition. Let's explore its history, value, and what makes it so special in today's auction market. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Originally designed by John Flanagan, this quarter has become a staple in American numismatics. Over the years, it has seen various design changes and minting innovations, but the 1985 issue, in particular, holds a unique story. The 1985 Washington quarter features the classic design we all recognize: George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. However, the key feature we're focusing on today is the large date and the era associated with the P mint mark. This particular quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P mint mark, which was first introduced in 1980. The P era, refers to a specific minting anomaly where the date appears larger than intended. This was an oversight in the minting process that has caught the eyes of collectors. Because errors like this are relatively rare, they often attract higher bids at auctions, especially when the coin is in very fine condition. Now let's talk about grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A coin in very fine condition typically shows signs of light wear but retains much of its original detail. The edges are sharp and the overall design is still easily recognizable. Coins in this condition can command significantly higher prices in the market. So what's the value of the 1985 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and P-era mint mark in very fine condition? As of today, these coins can fetch between $59,000 at auction, depending on the exact condition and collector interest. Factors such as recent sales trends, the popularity of era coins, and demand among collectors can influence prices significantly. If you're looking to buy or sell this coin, there are several avenues available. Online auction sites like eBay or specialized numismatic auctions can provide a platform to find potential buyers or sellers. Additionally, attending coin shows can be a great way to network with other collectors and dealers. In conclusion, the 1985 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and P-era mint mark is not just a piece of currency, it's a collector's item with historical significance and monetary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this coin is a fantastic addition to any collection. Remember to keep an eye out for condition and grading when assessing your coins, as these factors can significantly affect their value if you have one in your collection. Until next time, happy collecting!